You know, it's interesting, especially in a lot of the repeat business that we have now. You almost see, certainly with the developers, you know, our pitch, if you will, to the developers are we're an extension of your team, because it's true. We give them the technical expertise if there's certain gaps that they have on their team. You know, they may have the architect involved, they may have local engineers involved, but there's certain aspects that they want to bring to the table up front as they're marketing to clients. And I think we've seen that historically with developers, but what's been interesting for me over the last year is we've seen that with developing corporations as well, where they're now bringing us to the table as they're scouting sites, as they're looking at new business opportunities.
And it's way early in the process versus way at the end where we have a tougher time. You know, we can help you, but earlier we're in there, the better off we are.
Yeah, you make the impacts on decision making, on processes, on design. Of course, all of that adds up to better costs for the client.
Then there are projects that we'll look at and say this is not a good fit for Allied, and here's why. And you know, most salespeople, I hate to use the word sales, but guys that are out selling want to sell every job, right? They want to make this, okay, that job is not a good fit for us, and here's why. And I'll be, you know, it's not surprising that customer still comes back to us and says, hey, you know, this project wasn't a good fit for you, but how about this one? And say, that is a great fit for us. And I liken it almost to the car mechanic. You'd go in there, here's a problem with my car. No, you really don't have a problem. We'll fix it, no problem. You go back, you trust them, right? So we're building trust because we're trying to give them the right solution.
Yeah, and of course, from my seat, it's always, you know, I want to see us deliver our service levels on every project. It's, but yeah, you do have to make the call and say, where are we right, where do we not fit, but we also sometimes spend time with those clients. I mean, there's a few things that we do today that we didn't do a couple of years ago. Expertise that we built up because our clients said, hey, look, this is a big part of our business. We want you to be there with us. And so we made the right call by not doing the work then, but we've now invested in it. We've grown that part of our company and our level of expertise to perform. And now we're doing it today.
And then we get a lot of referrals. Some say, hey, I heard you helped somebody else out, a friend of mine, a colleague, other construction work. Can you help us out? Those calls have gone up astronomically over the last few years. That's just a great thing. It just tells the story about Allied. You can trust us. We have partners of ours. I won't tell you who they are, but you know who they are. That say, hey, you want somebody who can help you with this project? I'd call Allied. Yeah. And they know all the players, and yet they say, I'd call Allied. And we're not huge. We're not big by any. Some people say, well, who's Allied? Trust me, you'll like the experience.
Yeah. Yeah, was in a meeting the other day, leading up to another meeting, and they had said that we were going to have in person, and they said you're the 800-pound gorilla of the industry. And I said, whoa.
We are.
So we got 50 employees. I don't know about that. I said, but I think it's the level of service that comes from our team that it's almost like this overwhelming wave of support that we've built for our clients, that sometimes you get the impression that, you know, Allied must be this monster, but no, we select great people. We have a lot of training here, and you see it delivered through our team members, and that's where the referrals are coming from.
Right. I got a text the other day. I told you about it. It's just out of the blue. Hey, I heard we have this big project. I heard you're the ones that can do it. And I'm like, where'd you get our name from? How'd you get my number? And well, so-and-so told me. And I'm like, let's talk. You know, and we'll see where that goes. It may not go anywhere, but at least the word is getting out there.
Yeah, we had a project that we're working on now that a month ago, someone said, well, we had a problem on a job, and we were in a board meeting, and someone said, well, why don't you call Allied? We're still, by the way, we're trying to figure out who did this. We want to thank you out there, by the way, because we love this client already. But that's it. That's what we want to do. I mean, we're fortunate. We get a lot of opportunities that come into us on a daily basis, and we want to build relationships with those clients, but you know, the thank yous to the referrals, you know, are extraordinary. But that's what builds the company, the brand, and you know, our team loves to see it.
And I always feel that puts more pressure on us, right, to perform.
Of course.
Right. So if a friend of a friend tells you, hey, talk to these people, I feel there's a lot of pressure to perform. So we really don't. I don't want to let anybody down, but I really don't want to let those people down. And
because you don't want him going back to his friend.
You steered me wrong. That doesn't happen, folks. And we do make mistakes, right? But we always find a way to solve it. All right, let's solve the problem, find a solution that works out. And I think, and I've told you this, Mike, before, Allied's probably the best company at doing that than ever. I've worked in the industry a long time, multiple different companies. Nobody takes care of the customers like Allied does, and I mean that. That's the truth. And I tell people, you're so lucky you're working with Allied, because other companies would just say, no, this problem's yours. We didn't cause it. We're there. Like I said, we're with you all the way. We're going to take care of it.
Yeah.